today I'm here to talk all about summer. A lot of you want to know, what do you do in the summer? Do you homeschool year round? What are your summer plans? And today I want to give you some tips on how to make your summer memorable, productive, beautiful. For those of you who have been following me on Instagram, you've been looking at my pictures that I post on there. It's basically one of the only ways that I have to communicate with you guys right now, because YouTube has disabled my comments, and they have done that to a lot of big channels that have content with the children. So I don't know when that's going to be fixed. In the meantime, that and my community tab is the only way to communicate with you guys. Also, if you haven't already subscribed to my email list, you will get the videos directly into your email. Please subscribe to that. I'll link that below in the description box. But let's talk about summer. So for summer, I like doing 3 things that are very important to us. Number 1 is want to make sure that you're outdoors, and that's like common sense, right? In the summer you want to be outdoors, but it can really pass us by. I mean, over here summers are really short, and by September the beaches and the lakes are closed and it's getting a little cooler already, so we want to really make sure that we're outdoors. It's really tempting to stay inside in the air conditioner and just put a screen on and put the TV on, and summers will pass you by. You want to make sure that you're providing a rich experience for your children and for yourselves as well, because life is all about experience. That's what makes up the human being, beautiful experiences, and you want to make sure that you create that for yourselves. Number 2, I want to make sure that the kids don't forget anything over the summer. Kids will forget a huge amount of information over the summer, and I guess you can say that I homeschool year round because I never really stop. So especially the fact practice, I keep that fresh over the summer. Addition facts for my upcoming 2nd grader and multiplication and division facts for my upcoming 4th grader. I want to keep those facts fresh in their mind because they will forget them. They really will. We also do some workbooks, and we've done different workbooks over the years. This year we're using one. I'm going to show you at the end of the video what we're using for the workbooks. Basically, they do about 2 pages a day in those workbooks, and it takes about 10 to 15 minutes, and then they do their fact practice. So, basically they'll be done with all their homeschool stuff in the summer in like 20 to 25 minutes, and they're off to play. And that makes sure that the foundation is set and that they're not forgetting important information. They also do their instrument practice every day, even during the summer, because they will forget stuff. They really will. So let's go over, one last thing. The 3rd thing is outdoors, making sure the kids don't forget important information. So some workbook practice. And number 3, read aloud. If there is anything that you can do for your kids to give them an advantage in education, is reading aloud to them. It's going to do amazing things for your child's education, and I highly recommend that you have a read aloud that you do together as a family. It's wonderful. Right now we're reading, I think it's called the Dolphin Island. The Island of the Dolphins. That's what we're reading right now. We're almost finished with it, and then I'm going to show you what we're going to do next. Basically, we're still doing our circle time where we do our read alouds together, and this summer it's all about horses for us. The kids have this interest in horses. I have a huge interest in horses. I think they're wonderful animals, and I can see why they do therapy with these animals, because they really provide this soothing, I can't even explain it. It's amazing to work with these animals. And I'm going to share with you how I'm encouraging my kids in this interest and how I am supporting them in this interest in just a few minutes. So let's go over our summer schedule, right? So I have it on the fridge for the kids, and they're really excited because they get to see what's happening today. What's happening, Mom? And they don't have to ask me because they can just see it right on the fridge. So Monday is instrument day, and basically we have a teacher that teaches them, and she's going to get them to play a duet together. So I'm really excited about that because they play violin and piano. They don't play these same instruments. It's really, really fun to see them play something together. So they're working on that. I'm trying to see if they could do that this summer, working on a piece together. So that's Monday. But besides that, they're still going to be outdoors on Monday. They're still going to be somewhere in the park, somewhere outdoors, because in the summer I try to be outdoors as much as possible. On Tuesday is bike riding day. So I want my kids to learn how to ride a bike. I know adults who still don't know how to ride a bike. And so I want to make sure that my kids learn how to ride a bike. So what do? Is we go to a public school nearby, an empty parking lot, and they got to practice there. It's really fun, and they get to practice there. So I like it because there's no cars there. It's safe, and they get to practice safely as long as they want. As they get better at practicing, I start lifting the training wheels, adjusting the training wheels so that they're off the ground a little bit, and they have to use a little bit more balance. I also, after a while, remove one of the training wheels, and then as time passes by, I remove both of them. They're riding their bike, right? So that's the plan, right? Right now, they're all on training wheels. And so that's bike riding day. And Wednesday is water day. So we have a bunch of little streams nearby and lakes and little beaches. I call them little beaches because they're not real beaches. They're like little lakes that have sand. But the kids have a ton of fun. We also have a community pool where the kids can go swim if they want as well. So it's all about water day, and they go to these little streams, and they try to get little fishies and collect things in the little buckets and play with water. And water is such a soothing activity for kids. They love it. They will be there for hours, and it's just beautiful memory for them. Thursdays is all about library day. So we're taking a gardening library class until August, and we've been doing that for a couple of years in my local library. And basically they get to tend these vegetable garden, and then at the end they get to harvest the vegetables that they took care of and eat them. And I think it's wonderful for the kids to learn about gardening. Also on library day, we take advantage of any other library classes that are happening that day, or it could be during the week, but I try to make Thursdays library day. We go and get books, return books, make it all about library day. On Friday is park play. The kids go out to play at the park and have fun, and there's a bunch of parks nearby that I like taking them to. On Saturday is farm volunteer work. So because my kids are so interested in horses right now, I went ahead and I set up 2 volunteer opportunities at two different farms for them. And basically, they help with the horses, with the grooming, with the washing, with the cleaning up the barn. Whatever it is that they need to do, they're there, and they're learning about horses. They're also taking horse riding lessons and horsemanship classes as well. I'm doing it too. I mean, this is fun. I love it. I love horses. Horses are amazing animals. They really, really are. I love them so much. On Sunday is church and rest. So we go to church and we just rest. We sleep in. We also, if we get the opportunity to, we love going hiking on Sundays if it's weather is nice. We like taking the short trails or the easy trails with the kids since our kids are so small. And if we can't find an easy trail, what we do is we just walk on whatever trail, and then we turn around when we see the kids are getting tired. We turn around. And hiking is such a beautiful opportunity to expose your kids to nature and to the forest and to the different things that you can learn about trees, about leaves, about insects, about animals. I mean, it's endless what you can learn hiking. So that is our summer schedule. I'm going to go ahead now and turn the camera around so that you can see the books that we're using in the summer. I'm going to link below any of the books that we're using in the description box. So let me go ahead and turn the camera around now. Okay, so here are our workbooks for the summer. So we're using this year the Summer Bridge Activity Workbooks. And I got one for each of my children. Here is the pre-K to kindergarten one. This one is the 1st to 2nd grade one, and this one is the 3rd to 4th grade one. They bring reading, writing, math, science, social studies, and fitness, flashcards, and stickers. So it's 2 pages a day that they're doing in here, so it should take about 15 minutes or so. Let's give a peek inside. So this is the pre-K kinder one. It's really easy, just review for them. And so letter sounds, counting, rhyming, different little things like that. So once they finish doing this, they're 2 pages a day in these workbooks. Then they work on their flashcards. As I mentioned before, for my older two, we are working on their facts. So we want to keep those facts fresh in their mind. We do our flashcards every day for about 5 minutes. And they practice their flashcards, whether it's addition fact cards for my younger one who's going to 2nd grade, or there's multiplication division facts. For my upcoming kindergartner, we have her do her letter sound flashcards, her reading flashcards, the CVC flashcards. If you guys want to see that video on our reading video, I'll link it below how I taught my preschooler to read. But basically, she's focusing on reading and counting and shapes, stuff like that. So we have flashcards for each child depending on their age, and they should be done with their work for their summer work with their flashcards and their workbooks 20 minutes. Once they're done with that, they do a little bit of their instrument practice, and then we have some read aloud. So here we have everything's about horses because we're doing a horse unit study this summer, so it's really something that my kids are interested in, so I wanted to follow that interest. So we're doing a lot of going to the farms, helping out with horses, learning how to ride horses, learning how to care for horses, horsemanship. So here I got some books. Here's Everything Horse, what a kid really wants to know about horses. A little bit thick here, and it has a lot of information for kids. So each day we are going to be reading a little bit about that. A little bit from there, we also have horse care for kids. So here we have grooming, feeding, behavior, stable and pasture, health care, handling and safety, enjoying. So a lot of interesting information and how to do everything when it comes to horses. A lot of great pictures to be able to see everything. So these two books are going to pretty much be our summer reading for nonfiction because they're pretty thick and it's going to take a long time to go over it. And then I have some other read aloud. So my 3rd grader, upcoming 4th grader, is going to be reading this one on her own. It's called Summer Pony. It's her own read aloud that she does on her own. And then I'm reading aloud when I finish our current read aloud, the Island of Dolphins. We're going to be reading A Horse for Kate. And that's going to be our next family read aloud. And I think that's about it. Oh, I have one more here for my youngest one. It's called My Pony. It's a cute little one for like the kindergarten, preschool age group. A nice little story called My Pony. And that should take us through the summer. Little by little, we're going to be reading through those. Then I also have, since my girls love coloring, we have horse coloring books because they just love coloring, and I just know they're really going to enjoy this book. Just a little horse coloring book, nothing special really. And here's another one, My Sweet Pony. And another coloring book with horses. And that is about it. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. As you can see, you don't really need a lot. You just need some type of summer workbook. You need some type of theme for the summer. We chose horses. Maybe your family might want to choose ants, or maybe bees, or maybe flowers. It just all depends on your family's interest. Also, really important to create that calendar for yourself so that every day you have a different theme. I have received a lot of messages on Instagram where you guys are following this idea and you're creating like STEM day, where you do science, technology, engineering one day, another day you're doing art. You're doing all these different things, and I'm really loving all of your ideas. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. For more information on where to get these, I'll link it below in the description box. If you haven't already subscribed, please do, and click on the notification bell so that you never miss a video. Until the next time, bye-bye!